taking a look at the top 5 worst heroes of Monolith. Obviously, a couple of things. First of all, this is just my opinion, but I will back this up with the reasons as to why. And second of all, this is subject to change as new heroes are coming out all of the time. Hashtag every 3 weeks. So, coming in at number 5, we have Grimm. Grimm.exe. Now, why is he a bad hero? Well, the reason he is bad is because he has low attack damage early game. His medium game is not particularly good, and he really has to get into late game before he starts getting any particular damage going on. He is a huge target. Of all the ADCs, he is the biggest target. So it's very easy for the enemy ADC to shoot him down. It's very easy for anyone just to look at him and focus on him. He has no escape. So he hasn't got an escape. He hasn't got a way of getting out of danger. He's got a deflector shield, which will allow him to mitigate one piece of damage or one cooldown or crowd control. Okay, but other than that, he hasn't really got anything. Now, you can get a blink dagger on him, but the thing is, that is then sinking 5 points into an item rather than into something like damage, which is really kind of what you want your ADC to have. The other thing is that GTFO has been nerfed. Now, in Legacy, what you were able to do with this ultimate was you were able to walk around whilst aiming this. Now, it doesn't seem like much, but when you haven't got any kind of escapes and you're standing there trying to line up your ultimate, you're in a lot of trouble, okay? And as such, because of those reasons, he is in at number 5. So number 4. What do we have for number 4 here, guys? We have this bad boy here, Richter. So, why is Richter in at number 4? Well, just generally because his ability to tank is nowhere near as good as someone like Steel or Greystone. Greystone obviously is ultimate, who allows him to respawn with 80% of his health, and Steel, who can mitigate his damage with Bulwark by 90%. He hasn't got anything like that. He's got a fairly large health pool, which is fine, but other than that, he doesn't really do anything. His abilities are quite expensive for what they are. Whiplash, 110. Shock Therapy, 25, that's not too much. Electrocute, 55, and Skewer, 75. But Whiplash being 110. He starts off with a mana pool of around about 400. So you're only going to be able to pop off all of your abilities once, which means he hasn't really got that much sustain. And due to the fact that he's got no escape, he's another hero with no escape. If you do not put some kind of blink on him, he's going to get caught and he's going to get absolutely destroyed. Chimera can just jump him down. Feng Mao can just catch up with him. He's just got no way of escaping. And when he does, one of the biggest things is when he's doing his skewer, his ultimate, okay, where he opens up his chest and he electrocutes everyone in front of him. Again, he's standing still. He is static, okay? This leads him open to things like Gideon ultimates. This leads him open to things like Murdoch ultimates. This leads him open to things like Steel ultimates, okay? And as soon as that's gone, he's kind of pretty useless. He used to be really good in Legacy, but he's just not there anymore, and that's why he's at number 4. Number 3, who are we going to this time? We're going to this person down here, Sparrow. Sparrow, the second ADC in his top 5 worst list. Well, why is she so bad? So let's take a look. Number 1, she has no kind of escape. But coupled with that, she's got no defensive abilities either. Murdoch hasn't got an escape, but he's got a trap to root someone. He's got a shield to push someone back. So that makes him way more viable than Sparrow here. Okay, her ultimate got nerfed. And the card set that she has is just really, really mediocre. She just really hasn't got that much going for her. Her damage early game and mid game is just not that good. I mean, she can be really good late game, but again, she hasn't really got a lot of mobility with her, which just means that she's an easy target to focus down. And for those reasons, she's in there at number 3. Okay, so number 2, the second worst hero of Monolith so far, is going to Mr. I Like to Punch. Okay. So why is Crunch in here at number 2? He does a shit ton of burst damage. He is really, really good at single target fights. The biggest problem is that generally a lot of fights that happen are going to be team fights. He doesn't really have a place in the game to be. When you place him in the jungle, there are so many different heroes that are a lot better in the jungle than what he is. So you'd be better off sticking another jungler in there, especially being as he only has a single target CC, and that requires you to be able to combo moves together. And if you miss one of those moves, then the combo will be messed up. The other thing is he can't offlane very well. He hasn't got a good kit for offlaning. Greystone, Feng Mao, Seraph just do offlaning so much better than he does. He doesn't have a lot of health to start off with. He can't take a lot of damage, so he's just not good. You're not going to put him mid, and you're not going to put him in the safe lane either. So he just really at this point in time with his kit that he's got and the abilities that he's got, he's just has no place in the laning phase. In addition to that, he is again huge. He is huge, and even if he does a load of burst damage, okay, you know he's going to be doing a load of burst damage. You see this giant green robot thing coming towards you, you're just going to blow him to oblivion. Okay, he is a very, very large target, and that makes it very, very easy to nuke him down. And this is part of the problem that you have from picking him, is just he's too easy to take down. All of his abilities, apart from his is it a left crunch, I think it is. Yeah, okay. So his left crunch gives him bonus cleave. Other than that, everything else is single target. So again, he's almost as bad his ability set's almost as bad as Chimera's. He's very much a one-trick pony, and if he just messes up any of his abilities, he is dead. And for those reasons, that is why he's in at number 2. So number 1 worst hero of Monolith so far, guys. Who's it going to be? Who do you think that it is going to be? Who do you think gets the number 1 spot for being the worst hero? Well, it's the Antman riding the legged slug. It is this guy here, Iggy. Poor Iggy and Scorch have been relegated from top tier down to trash tier. And here's the reasons why. Okay, first of all, everybody's attack speed in Monolith has been buffed. So what this means is that when you put a turret down, it's going to get taken out a lot quicker. Even though they've increased the amount of hits that it takes to take out a turret, it's only 4. So you get 4 hits and that turret's gone. Now, it's not that much of a big issue, is it? You lost the turret. Well, it is now, because it actually gives card EXP to the enemy who get the last hit. So every time your turret dies, you are feeding card EXP to your opponent. This is really bad because all you're doing is you're helping to farm the opponent. Not only that, but your turrets don't even do that much damage. If you go for a full damage build, you may be able to get them up to 50 or 60 damage a second, but that's nothing. That is nothing. And by the time you've got up there, you've fed your opponent so much that they're going to be ahead of you on card EXP. So that's just really, really bad for the moment. He's in a position where if you don't get enough mana regeneration, you can't sustain being in the lane. If you don't get enough health, you'll get destroyed. If you don't have enough armor, you're going to get destroyed as well. But you can't have all of these things. So you either end up constantly going back to refresh your mana and surviving, or you end up having loads of mana and just dying all the time. He is very, very squishy, and he's just... It's just really hard to gear him properly. And just generally for those reasons, he can't do anything. Everyone just nukes him down. He's an easy target. And even if you go the full armor route, the amount of cost of his abilities, 55 flame turret, you can put down 3 of these at one time. Yeah, so to get these out maximum, that is 165 mana. Yeah, you got your oil spill here, 100 mana. You got your flame belch, which is 100 mana. You got oil slick, which is 40. He's just, his abilities are too expensive for you to be able to not afford to go mana regeneration. Sorry, mana. But if you go mana, again, he's just going to be super squishy. He's just really, really rubbish right now, guys. So if you're looking to increase your ELO, then my suggestion would be to avoid all 5 of these heroes like the plague. Now, that's not saying they can't be played, because they have been played successfully before and you can do it. However, what I'm saying is that if you pick these heroes, chances are you're putting yourself at a handicap to start off with, and I've given my reasons as to why, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed that, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? What would be your top 5 worst heroes of Monolith? Let me know, guys. I'm interested in here. Other than that, like, favorite, and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care.